Packers fans got used to seeing Brett Favre play through pain, play through injury, play through family tragedy. They're hoping to see Aaron Rodgers make his 5th consecutive start because he's got pain too. Jason Horowitz, Charley, Casserly, glad to be with you on the NFL previews presented by Comcast. The Packers hosting the Falcons. And Charley, Aaron Rodgers' health question number one. Conflicting reports whether he's going to play. How do they approach this game with Matt Flynn as the possible starter?
Well, first of all, getting to Aaron Rodgers, one of the issues with Aaron Rodgers going into this year had been durability. He had played very little, but he had missed time. He's a good player when he plays. So now, if he misses the week in practice, that's probably going to affect his consistency and accuracy during the ball game. If they have to go with Matt Flynn, obviously they're going with a 7th-round draft choice. Hasn't played. He was impressive in preseason, and I asked the Packers, and they used the term moxie. In other words, smarts, instincts, kind of made plays. But he's not a big arm guy. He's not a great athlete. So the people around him are going to have to step up their game and make plays for him.
Well, even if Rodgers does play, or Flynn, whoever it is, are you concerned about the Packers' offense? Because the first 2 weeks against bad defenses, or at least bad passing defenses, played great. Last 2 weeks, you had the Buccaneers and you had the Cowboys. Offense wasn't there. Wasn't quite the same. Are you concerned?
Well, the big difference to me is, and it's obvious, is Ryan Grant. Ryan Grant is not producing at the level that he produced last year. And, he's not 100%. He missed all of training, mostly all of training camp with a contract dispute. And he's just now rounding himself into shape. So that's the tricky thing. At what point does he look 100% out there? Right now, he just looks a little bit off on his speed and quickness.
But this doesn't look like it would be the game that he could run, especially if Matt Flynn is the guy that's going to be starting, right?
Well, you figure that, at some point, if you're Atlanta, what do you want to do? You want to pressure the quarterback into mistakes, stack the run, make him beat you throwing the football. That's going to be the game plan. So it might be hard for Ryan Grant to have a breakout game here.
Meanwhile, for Atlanta, we know they're starting a rookie quarterback. The Packers, obviously, that's up in the air. We know the Falcons are going to start one. Matt Ryan, 2-2 so far on the season. 2 wins at home, 2 losses on the road. But what have you seen from him?
Well, I think a couple things. Number one, he's been able to make some big plays in the passing game. It doesn't show necessarily up there in completion percentage or touchdowns to interception ratio. But he has made some big plays in the passing game. So you have that threat with the running game, the play action, getting one-on coverage on the outside, especially with Roddy White. So he's been able to do those things. The other thing is his poise and composure in the huddle. That's what's impressed his teammates. I believe his teammates have confidence when he's in the game, they have a chance to win.
Well, they also need the running game to work for them to have a chance to win. Michael Turner, Jarius Norwood, at home against the Lions and Chiefs, been great. On the road against the Buccaneers and Panthers, they haven't been great. Can they run against the Packers?
Yeah, I think they got a chance here because I think Green Bay, with the loss of Cullen Jenkins at defensive end and potentially A.J. Hawk not playing, or if he does, maybe he's not 100%, that's taken 2 of your starters out of the front 7. I think that Green Bay has not been as strong against the run this year. This is a legitimate tandem of running backs. Jarius Norwood gives you speed, gives you big playability from any place in the field, and Michael Turner gives you power and speed. So the Falcons have a chance to run the ball in this game, which would be a big help to them.
Looks like an offense that could be very potent in the future once Matt Ryan gets the system in a couple of years going in the NFL. Let's take a look at the AccuScore prediction, 10,000 tests, 10,000 results, and see what it has for this one. 75% of the time, they like the Packers. Now, of course, that assumes Aaron Rodgers is going to play. What do you think?
Well, that's the thing. If Aaron Rodgers plays, I think they'll win. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, I think Atlanta is not going to win. Okay, I almost wanted to say it, but I'm kind of going to go with the home field there and the experience. Atlanta's playing a lot of young guys. I think that they'll find a way to make some plays defensively. They'll stack the run, put it in Matt Ryan's hands, and even though he's made some big plays, I think that Green Bay will still find a way to win. But this is not a surprise. This is a scary game for the Green Bay Packers.
Even if
with
they
the
had
injuries.
They still, last week they didn't have Atari Bigby or Al Harris either. So, I mean, there are a lot of concerns there for the Packers on the injury side of things, on the defensive side of the ball. For more on this game, which starts at 1 or any other in Week 5, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. Watch everything else on the CBS Audience Network. For Charley Casserly, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.